Hey, what's going on, OGOPOGO? In Subsistence, not quite in it, but we're with the Alpha 57 update that's now available on the experimental branch. And I just read through the notes, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Let's start off with it looks like he's gone full migration into 64-bit. He's invested the time to migrate the game over to 64-bit. This is a work that he's been delaying for some time. However, the game has continued to grow, and he was starting to hit the limitations of the 32-bit, which is causing some crashes for some players and making development much more problematic. Essentially, the 64-bit removes memory limitations imposed under 32-bit, allowing the game to scale in size far beyond what was previously possible, while offering more stable and improved performance. This may sound less than exciting, but please know how essential this was to the growth and future of the game. I love this. This page up top. Wait till we get down there. When you start the game now, you want to start the executable not from a desktop icon, but right from the Steam client itself, and it's going to give you the option whether you want to launch in 32-bit or 64-bit version. And the save file structure is going to be a little bit different now too, so you can read those notes if you care to. Now, we're going to get down. The caves have been linked now. We got the Deep Cave expansion. A brand new cave system lies deep beneath the world. Far deeper than the existing cave system, the new caverns reach veins of volcanically active lava pools and streams. Temperatures in the caves soar and will deplete player hydration levels, so ample water supplies are essential for explorers. The new cave system connects the two existing cave systems, so it's now possible to travel from the Southeast Lake all the way to the Northwest Lake entirely underground. However, be aware of the risks when attempting this distance. Dying in the caves could make retrieval of your kit difficult and hazardous. Oh, this is going to be awesome. The caves now all being connected makes the entire underground system pretty mammoth. There will certainly be future expansions linking mountainous ice caves down into the system. We can do rock climbing now. Players can now craft climbing axes at the workbench. This will allow players to ascend or descend any rock face in the world, including frozen waterfalls. To ascend with the axes equipped, simply approach and face any vertical rock, and a prompt will pop up to begin climbing. To descend, simply approach the edge of the cliff and promptly show... let's start that again. To descend, simply approach the edge of a cliff and the prompt show allowing you to climb down and mount the rock face from above. Now, it looks like to make the climbing gear, it's going to be an expensive one, but I think well worth it. 8 scrap, 8 ingots, and 12 crystal. 1800 power, 150 mass. Once mounted, the player can freely climb the face using the movement keys while moving their head independently to view their path. You can jump from the face at any time, but be careful. The player will automatically unmount the wall when reaching flat ground. When reaching the top of a cliff, the prompt will show to vault up onto flat ground, which is very cool. So a little similar to the ice mechanic, getting in and out of the lakes with the ice mechanic. Sounds very similar. This new mechanic required significant development effort and will seem underutilized at this point. As far as I know, it's only used to access the new caves. However, it is part of a larger plan and will take more prominent role in the future. High mountain terrain, as unique and fully realized biome, has always been on the roadmap and is still absent from the game, so stay tuned on that. Accessing the new caves, as mentioned, climbing axes will be required to access the new caves. Large vertical drops separate the new cave system from the existing caverns. And there's a server build cap is doubled in size for the multiplayer. And then back down to the caves, a deep cave hunter, a new set of cave hunters are down there. A new type of hunters occupy the new deep cave system. They are identified by their gas masks and grimy body from the fumes in the caves. They typically form in smaller squads than the other mining hunters and are slightly less armed. So it's like rogues with gas masks. This is going to be awesome. They require a bit of AI overhaul to avoid suicidal runs into the lava pools. That is going to be great. I can't wait to see that. Gas mask. A gas mask is not a craftable item and is currently only used by the deep cave hunters. However, it is possible to find them in the world, although they are extremely rare. That is going to be cool. Something to look for. Overheating. I've updated the health system for when a player is too hot, indicated by the hot HUD icon. The increased depletion on the hydration levels is the same as before. However, now when hydration levels hit 0 and the player is too hot, the player will start taking actual damage. So staying hydrated during hot temperatures is now more important. Taking a dip in the lake is one way to cool off, choosing more appropriate clothing, or fitting your base with an AC unit. So that's going to be a little more important now, the heat. We're going to have to pay a little closer attention to that, definitely. Deep cave mining crates. While exploring the new cave system, you'll find mining supply crates left around. These crates require players to break them open before accessing, which causes tool damage, or tool usage damage. So you can break these crates, but it's going to take its toll on whatever tool you use to get it open with. I'm using some minor destruction physics in the crate mesh to make it a little more satisfying to smash open. These crates can contain higher tier items, however, they have a high cooldown times on respawns. Mixed berry jam. A new recipe, awesome. Players can now craft jam jars from the workbench. They aren't too cheap, but are permanent and reusable items for now. So it looks like the jars themselves cost 6 glass, 200 to power, 25 mass. Collecting berries throughout the various season allows players to prepare mixed berry jam in the oven and requires the boiling pan. At the oven and requires the boiling pan. A mixed berry jam will be 2 blueberry, 2 rose hips, 2 strawberry, and one of the jars with a total power of 70 power. Jam provides a boost to max health stamina, otherwise not provided by eating the berries by themselves. So that's pretty cool. You may notice that the total fruit-veg benefit is less than the total individual berries. This may seem like an oversight now, but will make more sense once perish items are added to fruits and veg, as jams will preserve the fruits without the need for refrigeration. That's looking cool for down the road, definitely. Most definitely. That's very cool. I'm excited about that too. Ore node impact and crate interaction animations. Ore nodes now animate when they take hits while mining. In addition, crates will play a subtle jolt as players interact with them. I think this makes the world feel a little more dynamic and interactive while out looting. Here's some more information on the joining the multiplayer servers if you're into that. There's a fix on getting killed while joining a server. And also you can view player Steam profiles from the in-game player list. When clicking on a player on the in-game player list, a small button will show over their avatar, allowing players to open their Steam profile in the Steam overlay. New desk screen HUD. I've updated the desk screen HUD to now slide in the options available to the player. So you get little buttons here now. You can respawn or reload last save, which is very cool. It was just a paragraph of text before, so it was not obvious that the easy mode offers an option to reload the previous save. The new design should make it much easier and cleaner and more intuitive. Some more stuff on the multiplayer. If you're into that, you can read that up. Plants will no longer grow with no water. That's interesting. And I think that's something to add to the realism for sure. Previously, plants would still grow, although very slow with no water. Now growth is halted if the plant bed has 0 water. So we're going to have to make our way down to the other lake more often if we're going to keep growing stuff down there. Fixed awkward cave transition at the Northwest Lake. While entering the underwater cave system at the Northwest Lake previously, I was actually using a portal and projecting a fake image to hide the transition of passing through the landscape layer onto the cave environment. The new system handles the collision and the physics correctly without the need for a previous hack or smoothly interpolates between the two environments. Increased oxygen tank duration by over 50%, which is very cool. And added drop shadows to the death skull and map icons, which is very cool, which makes it a little easier to see in the snowy terrain or in the blizzards. Now hunters have glow sticks of different colors. Rogues now use green glow sticks. Miners use orange, and deep miners use red. That's very cool. Here's some information on the cloud saves. He's now using the Steam Cloud Save service to sync all profile save data. So if you switch systems or format and reinstall your operating system, your profiles will persist. That's a good thing, definitely. If you currently use multiple computers on the same Steam account and want to maintain separate save data, you can disable cloud saves for the game in the settings in your Steam client. Fix some hunter weapon handling glitches. There were several states where the hunters were switching weapons while still in the process of aiming, reloading, etc. So he's cleaned that up, some of that up. And there's some more admin features that were fixed up. And structural integrity. Some players expect me to enable this feature in the update. I worked a lot on it during the Alpha 56 update and simply need a bit of a break from that code, as there were several additional features, several additional features that needed to accompany it, such as structural support, buildables. The feature is all still there and ready for me to finish. I'll pick this back up for a future update. 2 new languages, Ukrainian and Latvian. Other notable changes: added ultra high res rock materials to the cave rock, which blends in at close proximity. Added localized messages for content or connection errors while attempting to join servers. Fixed player shadow casting bug introduced by Alpha 56, causing overly black shadows on players while in base lighting. Fixed rent a server button not opening on the Steam overlay on some computers, and updated the silver birch trees bark texture. Credit to, I hope I pronounce it right, Gail Romanat for donating these textures. Hope I pronounce that right. That looks like it, but that's exciting, man. There's some great stuff in there, and I'm really looking forward to diving in and checking some of this stuff out, especially down in the caves. That's going to be a blast. That gives us something in our series to work towards and get back down there. We've been talking about, getting down to the caves again pretty soon anyway, so this is awesome. Hope you're excited as I am. I'm really excited about the 64-bit. It's available right now, just on experimental branch. You can definitely get in and test it out and give any feedback that you wish to. But once he's got it all ironed out and got the bugs all sorted out, then it'll be released, a full release. So there you go, guys. Just wanted to shoot that in. It's a second video for the day, but I came across this when I recorded that episode, the Steamworld episode. This hadn't been released yet. I check every morning usually, and it hadn't been released yet. It was released sometime a little bit later on in the day. So there you go. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. I'm excited to get in there and check some of this stuff out. So thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. Do appreciate it. As always, just be safe, look after each other. See ya on the next episode.